Hello people, this is my book review of Dear Evan Hansen. This is what it looks like. It's nice and fresh. I like it better without the paperback though. It's so like aesthetic without the paperback. Anyway, this is Dear Evan Hansen. It's written by, well, Dear Evan Hansen, the novel. It's written by Val Image. Am I saying that right? Val Image, with Steven Lenson, Ben Pasek, and Justin Paul. So apparently there's more than one author, I think. Or maybe he just like collabed with them. Val Image is the first name that comes up. So the book is almost 400 pages with 27 chapters. Plus an epilogue. If you don't know what that means, it means like an ending to the story. You probably knew what that meant, but I didn't. So yeah, it's not that long. It's not that hard to read. I didn't find it hard to read. I read this in like 2 days. But then again, I also had nothing to do in those 2 days. So basically the book is about becoming yourself, finding yourself, you know? Yes. Let me just put this down. So it takes place in the suburbs, I think. I don't know. They have nice houses, streets, all this stuff. I think it's the suburb. Correct me if I'm wrong. He takes the bus. It's a very normal, average people setting. That's like the setting. That's like kind of where the book takes place. Now for the characters, the main character is Evan, obviously. Yeah, Evan Hansen. He's a very sad character. He's an introvert to the extreme. He doesn't socialize, doesn't interact with people. Then he has to go back to school, and he spent the whole summer like avoiding people in life. The only people he talked to in the summer was his mom and his therapist. So when he has to go back to school for his senior year, he gets a lot of anxiety. But by the end of the book, that all sort of changes. He's not the extreme. I mean, I feel like he's still an introvert, but he's not to the extreme. He's not like super antisocial at the end. Another main character is Connor Murphy. Spoiler alert, if you do not want to hear the spoiler alert. So, Connor Murphy is basically the suicide kid. This book, basically the whole book revolves around Connor Murphy, but it's still Evan Hansen's story, if that makes sense. Then there's Zoe, who's Connor's sister, and Evan Hansen's 1 week romance. They literally date for like, okay, maybe it wasn't 1 week, but they date for like a really short period of time. Then there's the parents, Evan's mom, who's a nurse, who's never around. I mean, she tries to be around for Evan, but like she does her best, and her best may not be the best, if that makes sense. Then there's Connor's parents, who basically adopt Evan. Well, they don't like literally adopt him, but like they emotionally adopt him. I'm making sense, right? Yes. So they emotionally adopt him. Then there's the other people, the high schoolers, Jared, Elena. They're just like side characters. They're not the main characters. So listen very carefully, because I'm basically gonna summarize the whole book for you. Well, I'm not gonna like go over every little detail, but I'll give you like a good summary. Evan is an antisocial, sad little boy. I already covered that. He's going into his senior year, and he's having a lot of anxiety, so he's popping through his pills that help him like de-stress. He like eats them like candy.
He eats his pills like candy. Fun.
So school starts, and he talks to a person, an actual person, and he's like, whoa, I talked to someone. Her name's Elena Beck. She's a crazy smartass. She's smart, she's powerful black girl. I think she's black. Just everything about her character sounds black, but not in an obvious way. Then he talks to another person, 2 people in 1 day, crazy. He talks to Jared, who's a family friend, but he's not really like a nice person. He's kind of a jerk in this story. then he talks to Connor, then he talks to Zoe, and he's just like,
wow, talking to all these people, crazy.
So later throughout the day, he goes to print a letter, and the letter is very, very, very important. If you're going to do a book summary or something on this book, the letter is very important. This letter that he went to print is like symbolic because this is the letter that starts it all. So Evan writes these letters to himself. It's like a therapy session thing. He's supposed to write letters to himself like, "Dear Evan Hansen, today's going to be a great day, and here's why." So he goes to print that letter, and Connor gets the letter just to like politely return it to him, but Connor doesn't end up returning it to him. Then Evan freaks out, then Connor dies. Okay, so we're getting into the plot of the whole book. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to note, Connor signs Evan's cast while this whole letter printing thing is happening, so that's important. So we have the letter, we have the signed cast, we have the dead kid, the makings of a great story. Let me tell you a little bit about Connor. The reason Connor kills himself, you don't find that out till like later chapters. He killed himself because of this guy he had a thing for. He like texted him when he was having a really bad day, and the guy, like, he saw the little typing bubbles, but his friend that he has a crush on didn't text him back, so he killed himself. Interesting. Yeah, also Connor's gay, if you didn't get that. I thought Evan was gay too, but apparently he isn't. He has like a huge crush on Zoe. I thought he was gay because of the song Sincerely Me. They're like, what part is it? Da, 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 da. Our friendship goes beyond average kind of bond, but not because we're gay. No, not because we're gay. We're close, but not that way. The only man that I love is my dad. Yeah, that like whole part of the song Sincerely Me, I thought both Evan and Connor were gay, but no. It's just Connor. Evan's straight, I think. Well, he likes Zoe. I don't know if he's straight or not. I'm kind of getting off track. Okay, back to the plot. So Connor has killed himself, and his parents find Evan's letter that Connor took from Evan that caused Evan to go all like crazy. Evan and the parents meet, and then it's like this whole misunderstanding, and that's what like keeps the book going. Connor's parents think Evan's friends with their son, and they like invite him to their home. They try to make him become friends, and then Evan at first doesn't want to go with it. He's trying to tell the truth, and then he gets dragged in, and he's like, oh, this is a family. This is what a family is like, and then he goes along with it, and then he starts lying. He starts making up fake emails with Jared's help. Also, while he's doing all this, like getting closer to Connor's parents, he's also getting closer to Zoe. They have a little fling. It's like,
ooh, I like you. I've seen you in band. I watch you in band all the time, like a creepy stalker.
They start dating. Zoe writes a song. She sings it to him. Evan's in love. So as the lies continue, Evan and the smart girl, Elena, they started a foundation for Connor because people are starting to forget him. So they started a foundation. It kind of blows up. Evan made a speech he didn't want to make, and then it went all over the world, and he became famous. And then things got out of hand, and people started coming for Connor's parents when they saw the suicide, no, not the suicide note, the note that Evan wrote to himself for therapy that was mistaken as Connor's suicide note, but Connor didn't write it. So yeah, that blows out of proportion. Then Evan tells everybody the truth, then he loses his girlfriend, then Connor's parents don't really want to talk to him anymore because like they're like,
you kept lying and lying and lying and feeding us lies.
And Evan's like, I'm so sorry. And Connor's parents are
like, get out.
Everyone moves on with their lives. The book ends in a nice, beautiful setting. They're at the Orchid with Evan and Zoe talking about life, talking about transformations, talking about, wow, it's been such a crazy year, talking about their future and all that. It's a sweet sweet little ending. What I learned from this book, or what I think the message was, is that you should get out of your shell, live, go somewhere, do something, meet people, just get out of overthinking and get out of your head. Get out of your head, because Evan, the main character, he is a huge overthinker, and it was just like his tragic flaw, call it if you will, that and lying. Also, what you think is how you feel. So all that mental energy, that's basically what I got. That's basically what I got out of this book. Overall, I thought this was a good book. I didn't get bored. It was fun to read. So like, and it has like funny moments in the book. Like it's a funny book. It has those little snicker moments, you know. If you like the musical, you should definitely read the book, because why not? Also, if you like teen dramas, coming of age books, introverted books. Also, if you're an underdog, yo, underdogs, this book is for you. This is for us, all us losers out there who feel lost and need to be found. This book is for you.
Even when the dark can shine through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So that the sun comes shining in, you two reach up and you rise again. You will be found.
Click it.